WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
The federal government shutdown is now entering its second week with no immediate end in sight. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Terrence Simmons. Rachel is off tonight. As the shutdown continues, the White House threatening to fire thousands of federal workers in what it says is an effort to save costs. Willie James Inman is here for you now with the latest from Washington.
As the federal government prepares to enter a second week of a shutdown, the finger pointing between Republicans and Democrats continues.
We're in the midst of a government shutdown that has been caused by Donald Trump and Republicans to inflict further pain on the American people. The government is shut down right now because Donald Trump and Republicans refuse to provide health care to working class Americans.
The motion upon reconsideration is not agreed to.
On Friday, the Senate voted and once again failed to move forward with a short-term spending bill to fund the government until mid-November, extending the shutdown. Democrats want more health care funding, including an extension of affordable health care tax credits.
My caucus and Democrats are adamant that we must protect the health care of the American people.
House Speaker Mike Johnson canceled plans for the chamber to return to Washington next week, a move that effectively puts pressure on the Senate to act.
So the House will come back into session and do its work as soon as Chuck Schumer allows us to reopen the government. That's plain and simple.
Meanwhile, the White House is threatening to lay off thousands of federal employees, adding that the move will cut costs.
Nobody wants to do that, but sometimes in government you have to make tough decisions.
The ongoing government shutdown means a number of federal workers, including TSA agents at airports, will have to continue work without pay. The shutdown is also expected to continue to impact a number of museums and national parks. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
And Lansing's mayor has signed an executive order prohibiting, quote, private individuals filming inside city buildings for private commercial purpose. He signed the executive order on September 30th. The order is the result of a controversy stemming from a Labor Day weekend video shoot at a City of Lansing Fire Department station in downtown Lansing. Singer P. Biana said she had permission to film a music video in the fire station located at Shiawassee Street and Grant Avenue. The final video features Lansing Fire Department employees, equipment, and multiple locations in the station, including the roof. City spokesman Scott Bean says the city has been investigating the use of the facility and the investigation is ongoing. You can read the full executive order on our website at WLNS.com. And dozens of veterans and their families gathered together this afternoon for the annual Hero Fest. It was hosted by the Lansing Area Veterans Coalition. The event featured resources to those who served our country. The Battle Creek VA was there to help veterans sign up for their benefits, as well as hiring opportunities. Veterans and the public could get free haircuts as well. Organizer Annetta Smith says although she isn't a veteran, she does this work in honor of her husband, who fought in the Vietnam War.
Some of them don't realize that they still have benefits. We've actually had 2 or 3 veterans that have walked through and they've worked their whole life. They didn't realize they had veteran benefits that were available to them. So we are connecting them to the VA. I used to tell people with their blood, their sweat, and their tears, and their time, they've paid for these benefits and they deserve them. The event lasted from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And also today, Out of the Darkness held its annual community walk today to raise awareness and funds for suicide prevention. The community walks are held in hundreds of communities across the country, the core of the Out of the Darkness movement, which began in 2004. These events give people the courage to open up about their own connections to the cause and a platform to create a culture that's smarter about mental health. Friends, family members, neighbors, and co-workers walk side by side, supporting each other and in memory of those they've lost.
You're not alone. And asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength. The more you lean into your support, the more life-saving that really is.
There's gonna be better days, and it's worth pushing through that fight, and you don't have to do it alone, like Liz said. because when you get to the end of it, it's a beautiful thing.
Today's event was sponsored by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Michigan chapter. If you or someone you know is struggling, dial 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. And if you were in the downtown Lansing area today, you may have run into a zombie horde. The 15th annual Downtown Lansing Zombie Walk returned today for some spooky pre-Halloween fun. There were prizes for best costume, and all zombies were urged to bring donations to the Greater Lansing Food Bank with them. After the contest, the zombies staggered to the Capitol for a horde photo shoot.
Just full of life, energy, just different arrays of ages. There's the young kids, the older adults, and everybody's just there to have innocent Halloween fun, I guess.
To do something for the kids. We enjoyed going to the Impression 5, and we like to try to attend every year. Especially now that they're getting older, we want them to enjoy it, just like we enjoy it.
Those bringing donations were entered to win a $100 prize package, and the best dressed zombie won a $200 prize package. Multiple fire departments responded to a large brush fire in Alladin Township this afternoon. The brush fire was in a field off Harper Road near Wolverine Road. Crews from Ingham Township, Mason Fire Department, and Northeast Ingham Emergency Services Authority were on scene. The fire and response happened just hours after the Ingham County Emergency Management warned the region's dry conditions created a, quote, very high risk of fire. The agency asked county residents to consider holding off on any burning until some cooler and potential wet weather comes late next week.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Not only are we dry, we saw some very warm weather in the forecast for today, and that's going to continue as we head into the upcoming work week. Let's take a look at the drought tracker. We're having that patch of that dry or that yellow color along I-69 from Lansing all the way up into Flint. That peachy color is that moderate drought and some severe drought up to our north. And again, we're going to see some very low precipitation as we are still almost 5.5 inches below average for rain overall this year. So we are in need of some rain. As you've probably noticed, the streams and rivers are very low, and even into parts of the mid-Michigan area, having some of those burn notices. As we continue to see our picks on 6, beautiful conditions for sunrises and sunsets. Not so good for the drought conditions though, but we're still going to continue to see beautiful conditions for these sunrises, as you can see. Now, if you want your picture featured on every evening at 6 p.m., you can send it into our website, WLNS.com/share. It was a very warm day out there today, and we are going to continue to see a warm day in the forecast for tomorrow. It had me looking at the calendar to see what month we were in, because these are much like late June into early July and even into August, as we continue to see those 80s area wide from St. John's into Lansing, Mason, and even down into Jackson. That's about 88 degrees. Average high for this time of year is right around 66, and the record back in 1951 was about 86 degrees, so we did break that record for today. Beautiful sunset happening right now at the Capitol, 81 degrees still. We're still seeing those temperatures into the 80s, even over into Grand Ledge, around 77 degrees, as we continue to see our temperatures slowly starting to drop. Beautiful, stunning sunset down into Jackson, 80 degrees after a low of 56 and a high of 88 degrees. Down into Hillsdale, we saw those temperatures into the 70s right now, 85 degrees, and a low of about 56 degrees. We are seeing those quiet conditions and some clouds overall, but we are noticing that we have a high pressure system that's keeping us dry. That cold front will be bringing our chance for rain. As we head into the day tomorrow, we'll continue to see dry conditions, and it's going to be much of a rinse and repeat even as we head into Sunday and even into Monday. It isn't until Monday afternoon and evening that we see this cold front slowly start to move in and bring the chance for those rain showers, but I do think we're going to continue to see very dry conditions in the forecast for the next couple of days. 62 degrees for your low tonight. As we head into the day tomorrow, we'll see those temperatures back into the 80s, and as we head into the start of the work week, we'll see those temperatures into the 80s again, back into the 60s as we head into the end of the work week.
Well, honestly, I just can't wait till I can finally get to wear my long sleeves. I went to
Honestly.
TJ Maxx last weekend and I got all these long sleeves and I can't even wear them because it's too hot.
Honestly, just like bring me some flannel weather or like apple spice or apple pumpkin spice. I'm getting pumpkin spice and apple cider mixed up, but yeah, bring me fall weather.